Test, test, test. Let me see how we sounded. Let me see how we sounded. Alright, cool. Let's send this link out. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? So we got a couple settings we're looking at right here. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me know how the mic sounding. Let me know how the audio sounding. Let me know how the music sounding. Better see what this next 15 looks like right here. So if y'all did not already, make sure to click that first link in the description, join the free signal free Telegram, and the free signal free Telegram, like I always do the first day of the week, throughout the Sunday chart analysis. Alright, just make sure we sounded good. GU did a nice move, as well as GJ. And then as you can see, GU took off again right before the London session open candlestick, and then we see GJ right here. So what we're gonna be looking for right now is either gonna look for price to retest and maintain 215.60 as support, or we're gonna look for the BCR at this next level right here. Same thing with GU. We're either gonna look for GU to retest 35.30 as support, or we're gonna wait for price to BCR and see if we can hold 35.50 as support. Then we can look for buys going to 35.65. That's what we're looking at right now. We're also looking at possible gold sells. Now again, depending on what the gold does, will determine if the uptrend is going to come back into play or the downtrend is going to continue. So we're going to simply wait to see if we can BCR maintain 47.10 as resistance. If so, we can look for sales going down to 46.90. Alright, so we got a few setups looking at right here. US30 is kind of ranging right now. We're still going to look for possible buy setups, but I'd much rather wait for price to BCR and turn 49.300 as support before I look for buys on US30 right here. Like always, y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. Make sure to like the live, subscribe if not already. We just hit 5,300 subscribers. Let's get to 5,400. But we're about to see what this next 15 looks like, y'all. We're about to see what this next 15 looks like. Alright, let's see if we can hold this low as support right here. Looking for a retest on a few of these charts right here. Let's see if we can hold this low. New 5 minute about to pop up in a second. Again, we're looking to see if we can maintain 215.60 as support on GJ. We're going to be looking for a retest of 35.30, 35.35 on GU. And then we're looking for a BCR at 47.10 for gold. Let's see what we got going on. I know I switched the background music again, but I had to because I was getting copyright striked, even though the YouTube video literally said ad-free, copyright-free music. I got copyrighted strike. So we're going to see how this one goes today. Got a new video lined up for y'all today as well. Make sure to be on the lookout for that. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I see that scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Instagram, playmaker_weight. TikTok, _playmaker_weight_. Again, y'all, we're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. We know what the game plan is, so now we're just waiting for price to come to us and also looking to see if it's going to be their confirmations. It's a nice reaction right there. Those just joined the stream. We have not entered this trade yet. This is just a trade idea. We have not entered this trade yet. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal free Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. So we got 6 minutes to this next 15 pops. So we're just waiting to see if we can hold this low right here. Again, if picking up from where we left off on the Sunday chart analysis, we did have a quick move happen an hour after I dropped that. We're just right back where we left off. So nothing really crazy has happened so far. As far as news, we don't have any news today, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. But we do got news today. Well, not any USD news, so that's probably why I didn't really care. But we do have 8:30 news for those that, well, this is the wrong week. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so we don't got any news today. So we're at this level right here, y'all. So this is another reason why I always tell y'all just wait for the retest, because 8 times out of 10, 7 times out of 10, price will retest. So now we're about to see if we can hold this level. All right, that's what we're looking for now. We're about to see if we can maintain this level of support right here. Because imagine if we would have FOMO and we had price push off, and then we try to take a buy set up here or here, we'd have one a shitty RR. But now price is right back at our ideal entry point where we'd be potentially about to take a loss for no reason, or we could get a better entry right here. All right, so we're about to see if we can hold this level right here. All right, we need to break past this next couple levels for the uptrend to continue. Appreciate those that like the live. Make sure to like the live and subscribe if you did not already. Let's just watch how price reacts to this level right here. See, this is what I always talk about waiting for the retest, y'all. We'd be in an unnecessary drawdown right now, and potential risk of a stop loss getting hit for no reason. So if it does end up rejecting this level, we could look for buys down here as well. This is the buy that we took yesterday, not yesterday, on Friday. It was just a waiting game right now, yo. Charts hasn't really done too much. GJ ended up rejecting them, but besides that, everything else is just stuck in place. It is Monday, though. It is Monday, and it's the last week of the month. It's typically how things go. And like I always say, we don't see any action between now and 6 a.m. Just wait for 8 o'clock, 9:30. And we'll see what happens there. But we're still going to be on the charts, though. We're still going to be on the charts. But this is also why I set alerts. That way I'm not just staring at the charts for X amount of minutes, X amount of hours. We got a new 5-minute about to pop up though. Let's see if we get some action. Alright, so again, like we talked about in the Sunday chart now, so we break past this point, I'm no longer looking for sales. So that's why I'm looking to see if we can BCR this level right here. So GU is pushing. So again, we're either going to look for price to retest 35.30 or we're going to look for the BCR 35.50. GJ is pushing back up as well. So we're about to see if GJ can BCR maintain 215.60 as support. And then gold and US30 are still just ranging. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop them in the chat. We're about to see what this next 5 minute looks like right here. And again, the reason why we didn't take the setup is because we did not get the retest, right? This is what London session open looks like. So we just been in between the zones, so that's why we didn't take the setup. All right, let's see if GJ can hold this level here. Charts are starting to push now. And look how price is reacting to these levels. So we got a new 5 minute that popped up. So again, we're either looking for price to BCR this level or retest this level right here. And the same thing with the G, we're either looking for price to BCR this next level here or retest 35.30 right here. Let's see what this next hour looks like. New hour about to pop up in a little bit. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. Oh yeah, we're just sticking to our rules. That's all it is to it. What you gotta understand is you don't want to catch every candlestick, and the sooner you stop looking at every move as missing money, a lot simpler trading will be. So we're about to see how price reacts to these levels here. Again, gold keeps on tapping it, but again, that's why we don't do buy limits, sell limits, or breakout trade. There's absolutely no rush to take a setup, y'all. We had a good week last week. We had a good month so far. Had a good quarter. There's no point in just rushing setups or doing something different from what we did to get to this point, right? We went 5-0 last week. The week before that, we went 6-2. The week before that, we went 4-1. You know what I mean? So there's literally no reason to be impatient, FOMO, and all this other stuff. See if we can break this level as far as gold is concerned. It's been chilling here for like 2.5 hours. US30 still ranging as well. So like I said, we don't see any action between now and 6 a.m. I recommend just waiting for 8 o'clock, 9:30 New York open to look for a setup. Let me make sure the music ain't end on me. No, it's still going. There we go. Isn't GU in a downtrend? I see lower lows and lower highs until today. Well, what time frame are you looking at? What time frame are you looking at? So make sure to watch the Sunday chart analysis as well, y'all. Like I always talk about, the Sunday chart analysis, it goes over not just what we see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but what we see throughout the entire week. So GJ and GU ended up doing a move that we was talking about in the Sunday chart analysis. But the reason why we're not in a downtrend is because we have to retrace prices. So still let me know though, what time frame are you looking at to see these lower lows, lower highs, and we can talk about it, right? But as we can see, not just last night, but when market opened, it's been pushed to the upside. So if you would have took that setup for the Sunday chart analysis, you could have caught a nice move right here. This played out literally like, I dropped the Sunday chart analysis at 10:10. It's funny because it said 10:09. Like if y'all watched my story, it said 10:09, but I was saying 10:10. I don't know. But anyways, right, and then you can see right here, 10:15, 10:30 did to push it outside. But the reason why we're looking for buys right now, because we was looking for buys 2 weeks ago, and it was looking for sells Thursday and Friday. So there's a reason why we switched from sales Thursday and Friday to back to buys this week, right? But make sure to watch the Sunday chart analysis, because I talked about it in the Sunday chart analysis as well. You're on the daily time frame. Okay, let's take a look. Let's pull it up. So first, let me make sure I'm not missing anything, because y'all been watching. Y'all know every time we go into teacher mode, that's when the chart's like, okay, it's time. But let's pull up GU. Let's pull up GU. Let's pull up GU. It's funny because I was literally just talking to a member student about this during one-on-one sessions earlier today. Well, it's not even earlier today. Earlier yesterday, I guess, since it's 2 a.m. So we got to retrace prices steps, right? So we got to retrace prices steps. This is how price ended on Friday. All right, this is how price ended on Friday. So, like the playbook says, we got to see the full picture. We can't see the full picture with just one piece, right? So we're about to put all the pieces together. So before price did what it did last week, there's a reason why we was looking for buys at the beginning of last week, why we went for buys the week prior to that, and why we went to sales Thursday and Friday, right? So let's retrace prices steps before last week took place, right? So we're going to rewind the entirety of last week, right? This is what price was looking like before the last week played out. So before last week played out, we see that we're in an uptrend, right? We see that we're in an uptrend, clear highs, lows, right here, right? So this is the higher high. This is the current higher high. So again, all I am doing, y'all, is showing y'all where the higher high and the higher low is going to be. All right, so we're going to pull up the playbook. Shout out to those that got y'all's copy of the playbook. If y'all don't got y'all's copy of the playbook yet, I don't know what y'all are doing. Stop procrastinating. Get y'all's copy. But let me find the rules of uptrend. So many fucking pages. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So like it says right here, for the uptrend to continue, we need to do what? We need to break past the previous high, which gives us a new higher high, right? So we just marked out the higher high. Let's make sure charts ain't doing anything. All right, cool. Right. Then it says here we have to respect the support level the higher low is resting on, right? So right now, price is currently making a higher low. Right, then the top price ended Friday, the top price started the next week on Monday. Right, so this was a higher high, we just made a new higher low. Right, then here price failed to make a new higher high. Right, so this one we had a gap, so you can either say this was a higher low or this was a higher low. Either way, it still stands true. We're about to break down right here. So then we had price reject here on Thursday, which is why last week on Thursday we talked about sales, and why Thursday, when the volume kicked in, you can see price pushing it down. So all right, Thursday the 23rd. If y'all watched Thursday's live stream, we talked about sales, and then you can see Thursday the 23rd, price pushed down, right? So why did we go for sales here, right? The same reason why we see price wicked push to the downside, right? Then Friday, price ended like this, okay? So price ended back above the support level, right? And like it says right here, rejections, reversals happen, but a reversal does not always mean the trend is going to change, right? As long as price does not turn the support level into resistance and or make a lower low, we are still in the uptrend looking for buys. So when we look at price right here, we initially rejected a level, but we never on the daily turned the support level into resistance and made a lower low. So we was looking for short-term sales, but since price did this on Friday, that's why the Sunday chart analysis, that's why we're looking for buys again, as long as we maintain those price levels I talked about in the Sunday chart analysis at support levels. So make sure to watch the Sunday chart analysis if y'all did not already. And that's why price has been pushing up so far, because again, we're back in the bullish momentum. Right, the downshift is only going to come into play if price would have did this Thursday, and then we saw this happen Friday or going into this week. But clearly, whoops, price did not do that. So that's why we're looking for buys again. All right, that's the only reason I was looking for sales Thursday and Friday. If it was in the beginning of the week or last week or the week prior to last week, we was looking for buys. So yeah, so we're back in the bullish momentum. That's why we're looking for buys right here. Fuck, I told y'all, teacher mode. Every single time, y'all. Every single time. Let's see if they're going to retest first. Every single time, y'all. We missed the retest. Let's see if it holds right here, y'all. Let's see if it holds right here. Let's see if it holds. If it holds, we're going to jump in this. The market's, I told y'all, the market's like the troll. The market's like the troll, y'all. Let's see if it holds, though. Let's see if we hold right here. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat, and I got y'all. Yeah, I like this right here. I'm gonna take this. GU also hit the zone right here as well. About to see if we can BCR this level here. Gold's still teasing. So we're in this. We're gonna let this play out. Missed the GU setup. This would have been a nice setup, but again, it did the retest last night after the Sunday chart analysis, and then London session we did not get the retest, so that's why we didn't take the setup. But let me let the folks know. GU hit a zone. Let me just hit a zone. Let me let the folks know. We got a new video dropping for y'all later on today, y'all. Make sure to be on the lookout for that. Also got a new video lined up for y'all today as well on the stock and crypto channel also. Because I don't know if y'all been paying attention to stocks. NASDAQ is not the only one made all-time highs. A lot of stocks have been going absolutely stupid lately. I ain't gonna lie. Going absolutely stupid. Let's see if we can hit TP1 here. I think we just barely missed TP1. We looked at 5 minutes. Yeah, we barely missed TP1. Let's see if we can hold this level here. Yeah, so we're in this setup right here, y'all. Still looking at gold, but gold has not met our confirmations, so we're not going to take the trade if it has not met our confirmations. And then GJ, I talked about this in the Sunday chart analysis as well, but we'll talk about it really quick. Still make sure to watch the Sunday chart analysis, y'all. If y'all look at last week's Sunday chart analysis, the week before that, you'll see exactly why I said that. But GJ, we're in a similar situation, right? So let's get rid of all this shit right here. All right, let's go back to the rules of the uptrend, right? So let's retrace prices steps. Let's retrace prices steps, right? Same thing, we're in an uptrend. About to mark off the higher high and the higher low. This is the higher high right here. Boom. This is the higher low right here. Boom. Now, this is not how I mark off my key price levels. That's why I'm purposely making them red. It's not an accident because it's not the same as the levels I mark off right here. All I'm doing is strictly and only showing you what a higher high and a higher low is. All right, so this is the higher high. This is the higher low. We failed to break that high, right? And then we fast forward, and that's what we got going on here, right? So we're kind of struggling to break that high. That's what we're looking for today. So we also are hitting a price that we have not touched since 2006, ladies and gentlemen. So while the stocks are making all-time highs, it's Forex, so it's not really all-time highs when it comes to Forex, but you know, we haven't been this high since 2008. And look at where we halted at coincidentally, right at this peak here, before price went timber in 2008. So again, this is not Trump sneezing. This is not the random buyers and sellers and all this other bullshit, because that'd be way too big of a coincidence for the same price before price went timber in 2008 to be hit. That price has been struggling and halting at, right? Like we gotta put our thinking caps on, y'all. We cannot believe in these fairy tales for the rest of our lives, right? There's no way you're telling me that this is a coincidence, right? Because of some whatever the fuck they're talking about on Twitter or at these news events, right? But that's what's going on right here. So we are struggling to break this high. We're attempting to do so because for the uptrend to continue, what does the rules of the uptrend say? Let's pull it back up. Let's pull it back up. If my computer would, what'd I just do? I done broke my mouse, y'all. Hold on. I done broke my computer. I just froze it. I don't know what the hell I just did, y'all, but we just hit TP1, so fuck it. I'll get the point. I think I was cooking too much, so we just hit TP1, so let me let the folks know. And of course, you want to know the entry SLTPs, all that good stuff, and then when the TPs are getting hit, as well as daily New York price watch list analysis, I know what to do. Join the events with the sitting room. Let's see if we can keep on pushing up. Got a new 15 about to pop up in a little bit. I don't know what happened to my, there we go. I just had to replug my mouse up. But yeah, so that's what's going on right now. So now we have a new higher low right here though. All right, so that is a good sign. But we still got some work to do. We got a lot of JPY news this week as well. And we got a holiday tomorrow also. We got FOMC today as well. That makes sense. Thank you. No problem. No problem. Let's pull US30 back up. We're going to be on for a little bit longer, y'all. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat and I got y'all. We'll be on for a little bit longer, y'all. Yeah, so I'm not touching US30 unless it pushes back up here, so. New 15 just popped up. Again, look how our price came to the level and rejected. Right, this is exactly why we mark these levels off. So while everybody else is in a trade in la land, and they're shocked or surprised every time price rejects or pushes to the upside, we have these levels already marked off and predetermined, so we know the best place to look for entry at, as well as the best place to exit or prepare for rejection. You see what I mean? It's not a coincidence price keeps on reacting to this level here, and this level was not touched at all, because again, when we look right here, drop the Sunday chart analysis at 1010, right? This was 130, so we had this level marked off way before price started touching this level here. You see what I mean? So we're retesting on GJ as well. We did hit TP1, we're retesting here. So we're about to see if we can get this nice push off this retest. Let's see if we can hit another TP. And gold rejecting, so we just let gold do this thing. So I'm probably not going to look at or even touch gold or US30 till New York session. I'm probably just going to be in this trade and let this play out, and then come back on the charts New York session. Price is struggling to make the high, but we're going to hold the SRTB gets here regardless. We just broke down GJ, so we know exactly why GJ is doing what it's doing. We also know the conditions for the week, so we're just going to let price do its thing. That's all it is to it. Just hold the SLRTB gets hit, or a TP gets hit. Let's see if we get that bounce we're looking for right here. Again, we're just simply waiting for volume. As we can see, we've just been chilling and ranging here literally all night. So we just need some volume. Kind of what took place with the Friday set that we took as well. That thing arranged for like 2 hours and then woke the fuck up and did what it was looking for. Gold still teasing us. So we're just going to keep our eye on this. Everything else we're not going to touch. We're just going to keep our eye on this GJ setup right here. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop in the chat. Make sure to like the live and subscribe if you have not already. We just hit 5,300 subscribers. Let's get to 5,400. Shout out to TikTok as well. Shout out to everybody on TikTok. We just hit 10K followers on TikTok. Instagram. Appreciate y'all liking on Instagram, but Instagram do not be doing what TikTok be doing algorithm-wise. But if y'all do see my post on Instagram, if y'all don't know, Instagram and TikTok algorithm are completely backwards. Don't ask me why, they just are. What the hell? But anyways, like with TikTok, it pushes out to more people that don't know me versus Instagram. It won't push people, it'll push it out to people unless the people that follow me like it. So y'all see my posts, y'all fuck with me, just like it, watch it, all that good stuff. Shout out to those that do it, because I do be noticing and paying attention. We should be live later on today on TikTok as well. Like always, I'll let you know if we do go live, send that link out, but make sure you have your notice on as well. Make sure to explore the playlist as well as check out the post, because tons of free game all over the place, y'all. Tons of free game all over the place. Make sure also hit that first link in the description, join the free signal, free Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. So we're back at TP1. Let's see if we can hit TP2 before we hop up out of here. Waiting my food right now. Yes, I'm about to eat early in the morning. My schedule's different, right? Like my day by day, like some of y'all be like, when do you sleep? I sleep on the weekends. Alright, during the week, I'll be up. I'm like running off 2 different times. I'm running off London session time zone, but then I still got to be up and operate for the time zone I'm currently in. Shit's crazy. But that's just life right now. And not a bad thing. It's just crazy to other people, but for me, it's just regular shit. Let's see if we can hit TP2, y'all. Let's see if we can hit TP2. There we go, y'all. We pushing. We still got some work to do, though. New 5-minute about to pop up in a little bit. G back in the zone as well. Let's see if we're gonna break this zone or reject this right here. Gold broke it, but still hasn't closed below it. Some progress though. Any other trades? No, I'm just in this one right here. If you just joined, rewind. Like for those that joined late, unless you got a question, especially after I end the live, definitely rewind to the beginning. Obviously, when I'm not talking 2x the speed, so you're not just unless you just fuck with the background music, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so make sure to always rewatch the lives, rewind. because we break down all this stuff. Also, make sure to hit the first link description and watch the Sunday chart analysis. Alright, make sure to check that out as well. But yeah, so I'm gonna land this setup though. Everything else I'm not looking for right now. I'm probably not gonna take anything else to New York session. Again, look how our price is reacting to this level right here. Just look how gold's reacting to this level right here. Alright, gold finally just broke this level right here. We finally woke up. Let's see if we can hold right here. So again, we're looking to see if we can hold 47, 4710, 4708 as resistance. That's what we're looking for right here. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all, but I will be right back. Let's see if we can hold right here. Look how G reacted to this level as well. Again, this is why we don't break out trade. But also why we have these levels marked off. GJ, we still got a little bit of work to do with GJ. We barely missed TP2. About to see what this next 15 does for us. Again, look at gold broke that level. Look how it's rejecting back up.
Over 90 of the top 100 U.S. accounting firms trust Bill to handle bill pay processes. Why? Because our tools are built on over $1 trillion of secure payments. We're not just moving money. We're powering financial workflows for 500,000 customers. That's a level of expertise you just can't fake. Ready to talk with an expert? Visit bill.com/proven to get started and grab a $250 gift card as a thank you. Terms and conditions apply. See offer page for details.
So GU and GJ are rejecting back down. Gold's pushing. This is what US30 is looking like. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can hold this level here. Gonna be on until this 15 ends, and then I'm gonna hop off of here, y'all. Got a new video lined up for y'all later on today. Make sure you're on the lookout for that. All right, so here's another example of why we wait for the BCR. All right, but speaking of which, GJ's playing out. We just hit TB2 on GJ, so again, y'all always wait for the retest. Always, always, always. Let me let the members know we hit TB2. All right, cool. So we're gonna let this play out, y'all. Shout out to everybody that live. Shout out to everybody that live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody that's been live since y'all joined. GU's pushing as well. Make sure to hit that first link description. Join the free signal for Telegram. Members, you already know in a few hours, we'll do the New York price watch list for y'all. And yeah, we're gonna let this play out. See what New York session got in store. Peace. We out.